Okay, we are going to start on our back, on our mat, and just work on a little bit of alignment. So lie all the way down, take that right ankle, cross it over your left knee. Make sure that everything's in a line, so your shoulders, hips, knees, heels. You'll cross that right ankle over the left knee, put your arms out in a T, and then let that leg drop over to the left. And then you should just let your low back kind of open up, get some alignment stuff going on there. Breathe deep in and out. So we'll need one, I'm just using one set of weights today. If you want to have a couple different handy, that would be great. Mid weight. We're going to be going back and forth from kind of a plyometric move to a weighted move. So of course, if you need to keep your feet on the ground and not hop or shuffle, whatever, then that's fine. Take it slower and just, try to get your heart rate up by moving quickly. All right, bring your legs back to center. Right foot on the ground. Left ankle crosses over the right knee. Make sure you're still all lined up, and then slowly let the legs drop to the right. Keep those arms out in a T. I was so sore in my back from all those Superman we did the other day. Felt super good. The low side lats, kind of into the obliques, kind of a nice place. It's been a while since we've done those. All right, and then bring your legs back up to center. Extend your left leg long and then hug your right knee into the chest. If you need to keep your head on the ground, that's totally fine. But bring your left leg so it's hovering off the ground. Bring the right knee in nice and tight, kind of round through the back. Take a deep inhale and then an exhale and switch. Flex both feet. Inhale, exhale, and switch. Find the core, grab nice and tight through it, switch, and then switch. And we're going to go into a straight leg now. So take your one leg that you have tucked in, pull it up nice and straight. See if you can maybe tug it in a little bit, or even if you are lifting your head, pull the head up just a couple of times. Increase that grab through the core, as well as the stretch through the hamstring. Bring it up. One more time, that other side. And then hug your knees into the chest. See if you can get them really close together. And then let's just take 3 deep breaths. So practice grabbing through that diaphragmatic breathing. The belly is going to rise and lower against your thighs. You might feel a little bit of stretch and pull on those hip flexors, so be aware of that. Aware of how tight you might be coming in today. Last breath. All right, and then rock and roll your way up. And we're going to come up to standing. Bend into the legs, so stick your butt out and make your back really flat. And then we're going to take cactus arms and just rotate from our mid back. So your butt's sticking back, your back is flat, the core is strong, and you're rotating those elbows, swinging side to side. Remember, we want our upper back to be stable, so it moves as one piece. The mid back is where the rotation comes, and then the low back is where you're also stable. All right, and then level off, take your arms really wide. You're gonna bring them forward in front and back. Take it kind of quick, just feel those shoulders getting warmed up, working through a nice range of motion. 3, 2, and 1. All right, come down to the mat. We're gonna do a little wrist warm up, and then we're gonna get started. So start with your hands just on the mat normally. What we're going to do is just bring your upper body up so the shoulders end up over those fingertips as far as you can go, getting a stretch through the forearms and the wrists. Whatever feels healthy and safe for your wrists, press evenly into your fingertips. Spread through them nice and wide. Still holding that core super strong. One more like this. Once you get up over the top, stay there, and then just rotate kind of left and right. Swing and hinge, rotate left and right. So we're going to do our 40 seconds of work. We'll alternate back and forth between a more plyometric move and an arm move with weights, working the arms today. Turn your fingertips so they point back at your knees. This may or may not work for you. Don't worry about it. Just get wherever you can on the hands. And if you need to, you can also just extend your hand in front and pull the wrist back this way. But here you're just going to sit back until you get a nice stretch. Keep those shoulder blades down. Make sure you're not feeling tension in the neck. So our 20 seconds, we're going to rotate through planks. Front plank, side plank, side plank. If you don't plank, you can do a dead bug, or you can do a bird dog, or even a cat-cow. But find anything that will grab through that core and keep you going there. All right, go ahead and come on up. Hang over those legs a second. Couple deep breaths. All right, I'll run us through super duper quick so you know what's coming, but then I'll also remind us as we go along. So the first 40 seconds are going to be lateral taps. So you just sit nice and deep and tap side to side. If you need to take it slower, that's totally fine. Next, we'll hold weighted upright row. And then we're going to go a locomotive, elbows coming up side to side. We'll do gate swings, so jump low and then high. We'll have the weights. We'll go straight arms, back taps, getting those upper middle back muscles and the triceps. Then we'll have Mary Katherines. We haven't done these for a while. Bring in those lunges in. Otherwise, if you don't do that, you can step and just switch side to side, whatever works for you and your heart rate. And then we'll have curls. And that's it. We're going to go 3 rounds, so 21 minutes without a break, basically. Just our transition. So here we go. We're going to start without weights in those lat taps. Ready, set, and go. So lunge out, tap side to side, getting that heart rate up. First round, depending on where you're at, how warm. You don't have to take it super deep or super fast. You decide where you're at. Line your knee with the toe. Drop those hips down. You feel that glute push. Keep wrapping around that core. Focus that upper middle back stays nice and strong. 7 seconds. We'll go into a front plank or your cat-cow or a wall sit. Here we go. Hands or elbows, it's up to you. Just get your body up and over your forearms or your wrists. Next up, we have our upright row. Tuck that tailbone, flex through the glutes, grab through the core, heels push back behind. Okay, coming up, grab those weights, shoulders back and down, chest really tall. Make sure you have that solid stance, right? Tuck the tailbone, flex those glutes just a little. Keep the chest super proud, nice and tall. Working those mid delts in the shoulders, but then also getting that little squeeze to keep the chest upright and that upper middle back. 3 seconds, we have our first side plank. Here we go. Up to you if you want to add in the leg lift on top. Only 20 seconds, should go pretty fast. Find your challenge. Flex through the core. Lift high through that side. Okay, coming up, grab your weights. Locomotive. One leg forward, one leg back. Pull one elbow, then the other. Keep the back nice and long. If you want to switch your front leg halfway through, that's fine. Otherwise, we'll just switch it up our next round. Get into the core here. Get a little itty bitty twist in that upper back. Remember that thoracic spine? We kind of warmed it up at the beginning. 3 seconds, we'll hit our other side. Okay. Side plank. If you want, you can lift that top leg, open the chest. If you need help with your side plank, try dropping the top leg to help support, to push through. Okay, coming up, we have gate swings. So you're just gonna jump wide and low, narrow. Make sure you get those legs nice and wide, wider than you would in a regular jump squat. That helps get into those inner thighs. Check in with those knees. The knees are out with your toes. 10 seconds. We'll be back in our front plank. All right, here we go. Pull that chest up over the elbows, over the forearms. Little active recovery set. Let your heart rate settle, but keep engaging. Okay, we're gonna have our back taps. Arms are straight, hinge forward just a bit. Watch your swing. So try to stop your weights when they're right at your thighs. If the weights feel too heavy, swinging around will help give you a little more, but try your best to get that stop at the thigh. Use the triceps and the back to pull. And then of course that strong core, supporting your low back. And time. First side plank. I'll show you another option for your side plank. Keep your hand and then support with the bottom knee. So the best thing though to make sure, or the one thing you want to make sure, that shoulder is right on top of the wrist. And you're just trying to self-flex, contract through that oblique. Okay, our Mary Katherines, our jump lunges. Land with that knee right on top of your ankle. If you need to shuffle it a bit, that's fine. I'd rather you hit range than speed. So having to jump all the way from the bottom. Keep that belly strong. All right, second side, side plank. Find those obliques. We have curls, and then we'll run round through. Drive those hips up. Flex deep through that core. Here we go. Grab your weights. Find your stance, and then curl. Be in control of that drop. You build more muscle in the eccentric phase. That's as your arms drop back down. Belly strong. Grab through those glutes. Kind of tuck that tailbone under and keep your elbows right under the shoulders. 3 seconds. Wrists are strong. All right. Front plank. Keeping that core going collectively. We'll have several minutes of a plank at the end, which is awesome. All right, our first set, our lat taps, lateral taps. Push it up. Find that spot, then kick to the side. Second set, we're all warmed up. Push that pace. Find your range, your push. Halfway. Keep that back long and flat. You got it. Three, 2, and 1. Side plank. Grab deep. If you want, lift the leg. Open the chest. Stack those arms. Still flexing through the legs to help support that pelvis. Next is our upright row. Whew. Grab those weights. Shoulders back and down. Chest lift. Notice what you're using. No neck muscles. You just want the shoulders. That little pinch, upper middle back. That core stays flexed. Solid, strong stance. Looking good. Elbows stay above the wrists for those. Make sure. Okay, other side. Here we go. Set her up. Push that chest forward. Good. Three, two, locomotive. If you remember which leg you had forward last time, switch it up. So the other leg is forward this time. You want to get pretty close to that upper back, being parallel to the ground, as close as you can. Grab the belly button, back towards your spinal column, and then find the serratus muscles behind your armpit and the lats. Grab that core, sit low. Build those back muscles, they're so important. All right, front plank. Tuck that tailbone, push up out of those forearms. Good. Make sure you're not leaning too far back. 3, 2, we have gate swings. All right, jump wide and low, then narrow at the top. You can take it at your pace. Try to get those knees wide though. That's where you get those inner thighs, adductor muscles. Where's the core? Doing awesome. 10 seconds. 2 and 1. All right, side plank. First side. Set it up. Engage the back to help support. So you're not just putting all the pressure on that shoulder joint. Okay, back taps. Whew. Starting to build. Let those weights kind of hang out of your hands. Hinge forward a bit. Watch your back. Should stay super flat. If you round, then you're putting pressure on your low back. You're asking for trouble there. No trouble. Where's the core? Grab that core. Keep your shoulders pulled back and down. Made it. Other side. Lift up. Open that chest. Find that oblique, but then also find your thighs, your back. All right. Mary Katherines. Here we go. Use the help of the core. Get you where you're going. Line that front knee in the toe. 8 seconds. Woo! Front plank. Tuck it in tight. If you're hitting up a dead bug instead of a plank, focus that low back, push into the ground. Curls are next. Shoulders back and down. Elbows squeeze in tight. Love working on a timer. You can forget about the number and focus. What do you feel where? Where should you adjust? Where's your posture? Your shoulders? Elbows squeeze in. Resist that drop. Resist. Woo! Side plank. And we're back at the top. One more round through. We're going to have our lat taps first. Don't worry about what's coming. Stay in the moment. Open that chest. Bring it up. Here we go. Find which exercises pushing faster is better or slowing it down, right? These guys, a little quicker. Drive that heart rate. Dig low. Keep that flat back. Strong core. Nice pace. 3 seconds. Other side plank. Second side. Remember back when 20 seconds felt like so long. And now it's a nice little active recovery. Upright row. Get your posture. Get your stance. Elbows lead the way. Notice what you incorporate differently on your drop, right? So you're in control of that drop. Build the muscle in the shoulder, the core, the back. Good. Wrists stay under elbows. Elbows lead the way. You just pull to where your elbows come up first. Front plank. Push into those forearms. Forearms pull back toward toes. Dig in deep. Next up, we have Locomotive. Here we go. One leg forward, one leg back. Flex through that core. One of my favorite exercises. I love building the back. It gets the heart rate up a little. And I can really feel the flexion of the core as I'm bent over this way. Kind of stick your butt out. Helps get that flat back. Get your back involved to pull the elbows. 3, 2, 1. All right, first side. Woo, open that chest. Flex your core. Oh, lift that leg if you want. Next up, we have gate swings. Dig into it, right? Get low and wide. Feel your inner thigh is what's pushing you to the top. Feels good. Tall back, lifted chest, strong core. And the legs do the rest. Keep it up. Woo! Drop it down. Second side. Here we go. Envision you're on a wall. The back is pushing into the wall, your hips and your heels. So you're not angled forward, just straight up. Let's see, we got back taps. Hinge forward, straight arms. Remember, work with that breath. All that we worked on last week, breathing with your movement, using that diaphragm. Control the drop. 4 seconds. Front plank. Check in. What's grabbing everywhere? Tuck with that core. Mary Katherines. Here we go. Get it where you have it. Let that hip sink low. Trying to get that front thigh almost parallel to the ground. Woo! Goodness, okay. First side. Open it up. Lift that leg. One last set. Check in. Stay strong. Curls. Shoulders back and down. Get those elbows at the side. Where is your posture, your stack, your stance, even all the way through the crown of the head? Elbows pinch in. Keep them tight, right under shoulders. Oh. Last side plank. Open it up. Lift that leg. Make it count. Flex, flex. Woo! Nicely done, nicely done. Start off with your child's pose. Reach those arms really far forward. Keep your knees fairly close together. For now, we're gonna end up switching the hands to the left. Go ahead. So your knees are gonna push to the right, hands to the left. See if you can get the right arm on top of the left hand, right hand on top of the left. And then slide that right shoulder down. All right, let's shift it other side. Right hand forward, left arm over. Good work, good work. Okay, let's bring one leg forward for our hip flexor stretch. If your right leg's forward, left leg back, your choice, you can keep the knee off the ground or let it drop onto the ground. Fantastic work. Those quick transitions, right? 21 minutes, no break. Super good. Sometimes it's good to have a break. It facilitates a better second set. Sometimes that endurance and conditioning drive, drop your back knee, hinge the hips back, pull the toes up, gives you more push, right? Work a little harder, have to control that heart rate revving. And then let's hit our pigeon. Cross the ankle over. Depending on how long you've been doing your pigeon, you can try getting the heel a little bit further away from that back hip. Only though, if you can keep your pelvis parallel to the ground. You can use your arms to help facilitate that. Totally fine. Hopefully you all are enjoying writing in your gratitude journal. I've had a few days where I am grateful for the same thing. That's okay. Lots to be thankful for. All right, push into those hands, and we're going to switch it up to that other side. So now bring that left leg forward, right leg back. Drop that hip down so you get that opening up, back hip flexor. Drop the back knee, hinge your hips back, pull that toe up, pull the chest toward that front toe. So as you pull the left hip back, pull the toe up and then reach that chest forward. That hamstring will light up. Stretch it out. Be gentle though, you don't need to freak it out. Breathe into your stretch. Okay, cross that foot across. We'll hit up our pigeon. Same thing if you want to try to increase your stretch. Get the shin just a little closer to parallel to the front of the mat. But don't freak it out wherever it's ready for. Trying to keep that pelvis square to the ground. So you kind of have to drop the right front of your hip over and down. Let that left hip pull back a bit. Nice deep breath into the stretch. And then exhale. Let it all out. Okay, push into those hands. Stand it up. Take a nice wide stance. Drop those hips down. If you're not where you can get a nice low squat with heels on the ground, just keep working at it. You'll get there. I used to not be able to, but just keep trying. You'll get there. Feels really amazing. All right. Great work. Keep it going.